I used to wake up so heavy and so lonely and tired and just wanting to get external validation from social media or even guys. So, back in high school, when I was 18 years old, I was extremely insecure. Just like this insecurity where I couldn't even bear to be on my own, and I just needed to have someone, even if it was like a guy or someone that I was talking to on a daily basis. And over the years, when I was 18, I was just a very insecure girl. Like, I remember in high school just wanting validation, wanting to have friends just because I wanted to feel that peace and that emotional safety. And a lot of those things genuinely did stem from my childhood. So if you're not doing shadow work and really looking deep into yourself and just finding time throughout the day where you can sit with your own thoughts and just ask yourself, hey, like, what did I actually go through in life and how did I become better from this? And sorry, by the way, there's a helicopter back there, and yeah, I'm at the lake. So I've said in my past videos, this is where I feel the most safe in terms of like making my videos. So if you guys see a lot of like the lake in the background, I wanted to explain that just because I absolutely love this place. This is actually one of the reasons why I even made this video, is because I found that being by myself back in high school when I was 18 and sitting in my teacher's offices and just being with them at lunch, and then having people ask me like, April, why aren't you with people? Why aren't you with your friends? Why aren't you with like a group of girls? Like, I always had this question asked like in high school. And by the way, I have my hoodie on because I have rosemary oil. It's for hair growth, so yeah. But anywho, yeah, I had a lot of people ask me that, and they were like, April, like, why are you alone? Why this? Why that? Right? And back in high school is actually when I started taking myself on dates. And I actually didn't have friends. It was just more that I was very different. I had an epiphany when I was 18/19 back in high school. And that epiphany was the law of attraction. And essentially, I thought that I could manifest and attract different things into my life. Like, I would sit and just think about everything that I wanted. I was like, okay, I want a boyfriend. This was 18. I was 18 years old. And so if you're watching this and probably going through the same thing, yes, you can definitely manifest a lot of different things into your life. Sorry, let me fix this. I wanted this to be kind of like a vlog-esque kind of video, because I feel like when I'm sitting down and telling you guys like all the different things like to do A through Z, it doesn't feel genuine. And I feel like if I can sit down and have like a one-on-one talk, this would be 100 times better. But yeah, so basically I was by myself, and then I started taking myself on dates. So I started going to the movies. It was definitely interesting at first because I was overthinking so much about what people would think if they saw me alone, right? And I would ask my mom to drop me off at the mall, and then I would go watch a movie, and I would get like a cinnamon roll from Panera and just like sit down and eat it there, right? And over time, as I started doing that, I kept saying like, do I actually need friends? And maybe I did socially, but internally, I was already so comfortable with myself. I was like, dude, this is such an unmatched feeling because I can go out into the world and not need anyone. And I know this sounds a little bit like narcissistic and a little bit self-centered, but I'm telling you guys, nowadays, okay, fast forward to now, I'm 25 years old, right? I do everything alone. You know what? I actually get stressed when I have people around me, because there's a lot of expectations. Then people want to go home early. Then they don't like where you're going, and they don't like your music in the car. So I figured, why don't I make this my mission to actually like love myself and be alone? And doesn't matter what I freaking go through, I'll always have my back. It doesn't matter. That's how I feel today. I woke up today feeling this way. Like, it doesn't matter. I always have my back. I'm here by myself. I was born into this world alone. I'm leaving this world alone. So might as well love myself. Pour the love back into myself that I'm giving to other things that are, that are not worthy of my time. And so when I was like 18, I started going out alone everywhere. I went to the mall. I went to the bookstore, you know. I'm such a book nerd. Like I love doing things alone, and I love reading, and I love going out to libraries and just sitting down and reading for hours, just getting lost in books, right? And at the end of the day, when I just laid down by myself, I'm like, dude, like I really did that, you know. I was able to be my own best friend. And this isn't being lonely, it's having that peace, it's having that like capability of going out and just being on your own. Because that's a lot of, you know what, I have a lot of family members that come up to me and say like, April, how do you do it? And I'm like, you know what, like I had an epiphany when I was 18. Like i I went through a lot of heartbreak, and I'm not going to trauma dump on you guys, but yeah, I did go through a lot of heartbreak, and I still continue to go through heartbreak. But it's different now because I've built this philosophy of solitude. And it's important as a woman to have solitude, because us as women, we want to have a significant other. We want to have, you know, awesome things like a bag or like clothes and look good and just have that validation from someone else, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. Like for me, I want to be with one person forever. Like I want to build a beautiful family and just be with someone and call them my own. And that's what I've always wanted since I was 18. And unfortunately, that's not the way that things go sometimes. You know, we go through heartbreak and we go through things that like shift us and change the way that we feel, etc. But I had that epiphany and that philosophy to just be alone and practice that skill. And I know sometimes like when I go out, I still have like a little bit of that feeling like, you know, damn, like I wish I actually had like girlfriends and like these groups of friends. But over the years, I started realizing that I deserve to have friendships and people that match my energy right now, and people that want to grow. Just like, you know, I made this channel because I want women to come to this space and feel like they can be disciplined, but they can be soft. Like it doesn't have to be so masculine, right? We don't have to be in that masculine survival energy anymore. Like we can do things that we want. We can, you know, become a yoga instructor. We can become a doctor if we want. We can start that business that we've been putting on hold, right? We can do it safely without having to have this masculine discipline energy, right? But I'm just gonna sit here and be truthful that, you know, solitude is something that has given me so much confidence, because I was so deeply insecure. I was like the most insecure girl when I was 18 and 19 years old. And you know, I definitely did go through a lot of rejection in terms of like friendships and people just leaving me behind and just like not like excluding me from friendships and groups and stuff like that. And you know, I was very optimistic in my 20s. Still am. But I was optimistic and said, you know what, the right people will come to me at the right time. But for now, I'm going to pour that love that I'm searching for in other places onto myself. And it's not that I'm lonely, it's that I find so much peace in just waking up and knowing that I have myself and that I have my thoughts. And you know, my thoughts do get uncomfortable. Like there are days where I like fight to get up and work out or get up to study. And I don't think I've shared here in this YouTube, but I'm a pre-nursing student, I'm a mother, and I also love going to the gym. So those things are hard, and I wake up sometimes and I just fight it. Like I don't want to do it, but then I know that at the end of the day, I have myself, and I have that power to tell myself, hey April, like you're doing these things because you want discipline, because you are tired of being that insecure woman and you want to attract good things into your life. And I feel like us as women, when we are alone, it's this magnetic energy, right? You're able to look within and really reflect to yourself and be like, hey, like, these are the things that I'm doing right, and these are the things that I'm doing wrong. And then you're able to build yourself up from there and just become unstoppable. Like, if there was any advice I'd tell myself, like, at 18, it would be that being lonely is not a bad thing. It's actually a peaceful thing, and it's actually so good for you, because if I didn't start that journey when I was 18, I wouldn't be where I am here today. In terms of like, you know, when I go through certain things, when I lose people in my life, when people leave, I don't really get sad anymore. It's at a level of acceptance, because, you know, people are like seasons, you know, they come and go, and also opportunities in life, and different things, you know, different things that you love, and you know, everything changes. Nothing is stagnant. Everything is always forever evolving. So when I accepted that painful truth, which does suck, I was able to really sit down with myself and be like, hey, like, I have myself. It's okay. Like, at the end of the day, I'm always gonna have myself. So if I pour that love back into myself that I've been pouring at all these different places, I will become unstoppable. Like, I will become this magnetic field that doesn't get like disrupted, right? Because everything's energy. So those are the things that I definitely learned throughout high school. Like, that loneliness is not a bad thing. It's actually powerful. And a lot of people definitely do struggle with this, but it's something that you need to keep doing. It's like a discipline, a form of discipline, right? Like taking yourself out to get your nails done, taking yourself out to the park, or going to a Pilates class. I know I mentioned Pilates a lot, but that's because I've been wanting to go to a Pilates class. But if you're tired of feeling lonely and insecure and you want to build yourself up, this is the right place to be. Genuinely, this is 100%. Like, I will help you. We will all come together as a community and help build each other, and just be the better version of ourselves in terms of discipline, love, and relationships, and the relationship with yourself. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, because if there's anything that I've learned from 18 to 25, it would be that you can only fully rely on yourself. And I've had a lot of, you know, letdowns and very like upsetting things in my life happen, that I counted on other people, and I woke up wanting to get a text message from someone, right? And so nowadays, when I wake up in peace and just knowing that it's me against myself, it's me against my discipline, it's me against my mind and my demons and everything, it's definitely a breakthrough. So if you're tired of feeling lonely and insecure, and you feel like there's something missing, pour back into yourself. Find some time to go on a walk. Do something for you, not for anyone else, not for validation, not because you want to be popular, but for you. And it's definitely something that gets refined over time. You're going to see the powerful... Oh, sorry, I'm getting allergies. But you're going to see that your life changes. And if you like this video, please subscribe, please like, because I'm going to be making videos like these every single week to build this community of women who are tired of not having structure, of having bad relationships, friendships, who want to improve relationships with yourself, and just have endless discipline so that you can have freedom to do whatever you want, and you can do all the things that you love to become the better person and a better version of you. So please like, subscribe, and let's build her.